Hello?
Why don't you want to talk to me?
Who is this?
You tell me your name, I'll tell you mine.
I don't think so.
What's that noise?
Popcorn.
You making popcorn?
Uh-huh.
I only eat popcorn at the movies.
Well, I'm getting ready to watch a video.
Really? What?
Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Hi everyone, my name's Ricki, and this week we are going to be diving into the newest episode of this RAD vlog where I talk about a bunch of cool art stuff, digital and otherwise. And to keep up with the theme of the season, it's October now, so we're getting into the spooky season. Halloween's at the end of the month. You can see I've got my spooky decoration with me here. It's fall time, it's cooling down a little bit, pumpkin patches are opening up, corn mazes, people are decorating their houses. So the cool Halloween-y artsy thing we're going to be talking about is film, specifically scary or not so scary Halloween movies. A lot of stuff goes into a good Halloween movie, or good movies in general. You got to consider themes, plot, stuff like the score, and cinematography. So I'm just going to run through a little list of my favorite Halloween movies. Let's get to it. So, coming in at number 1, we have Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a Disney movie released in 1993, I believe, where 3 witches from the Salem witch trial period are resurrected by a virgin on Halloween night when he lights the black flame candle, and we follow the escapades of those witches, the Sanderson sisters, on Halloween night. Number 2, we have Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is one of my all-time favorite movies, not just all-time favorite Halloween movies. I love Tim Burton. Tim Burton's a great director, one of my favorite directors. He does a lot of spooky stuff, a lot of cool, quirky weirdness. I actually have a Beetlejuice tattoo on the back of my arm because I'm a nerd like that. And that movie follows one of the main characters, Winona Ryder, who plays Lydia, and then we have 2 ghosts, Alec Baldwin and the actress who plays his wife, whose name is escaping me. And we have Beetlejuice, who is a bioexorcist who tries to get rid of Lydia and her family when they move into Barbara and Adam's house after they died. Not solely Halloween-y, not focused around Halloween, but spooky nonetheless. Coming in at number 3, we have Clue. Clue is from 1975, I believe. One of the main characters is a butler named Wadsworth, played by Tim Curry, and it follows the theme of the board game. If you've played the board game Clue, you've got like Colonel Mustard and Mrs. Peacock and Professor Plum and all those guys, and they go in and you try to figure out who did it, when, where, why type thing, because it was like somebody in the billiard room with a candlestick. And we follow these characters given these aliases, invited to this swanky dinner party at a creepy old mansion, and it's a whodunit type situation. Again, not necessarily Halloween-y, but it kind of falls into the spooky vibe. Number 4, we have Nightmare Before Christmas. Another Tim Burton movie, not directed by Tim Burton, but produced by Tim Burton, another Disney film as well. It's Jack Skellington and the citizens of Halloween Town, and Jack Skellington is bored of Halloween, essentially. So he tries something new, which is taking over Christmas from Sandy Claus. It's a really cute animated, kind of creepy movie that can double as a Halloween and Christmas movie. Even falls into the realm of Thanksgiving movie if you think about it. He has to realize Halloween is his thing, and thus he becomes grateful for it. But to get to that realization, he has to steal or he has to steal Christmas from some other guy. So, great movie, great Halloween, great Thanksgiving, great Christmas movie. You should watch it. Great songs too. Number 5, another Tim Burton movie, because we're so surprised. This time it's Sleepy Hollow, featuring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci and a bunch of other people who are in a bunch of other Tim Burton movies. This one follows the Tale of Ichabod Crane, which is a book and a bunch of other like spin-off shows and movies where Johnny Depp plays Ichabod Crane, and he goes to the town of Sleepy Hollow to try and solve all these murders which are being committed by the Headless Horseman. He's like chopping people's heads off, and there's like witchcraft involved, and it's kind of a gothic period piece, so it falls into the spooky thematic thing that we've got going on. Number six is What We Do in the Shadows. Again, not a Halloween movie. Meh. Directed by Taika Waititi, who also stars in the film as one of the 3 main vampires. A vampire movie, more satirical and kind of is comedy, it's a bit of a mockumentary where a camera crew follows these 3 vampires who have moved to the new world from whatever time period they came from, and it's kind of just following their day-to-day lives as these ancient people functioning in modern society. Coming in at number 7, we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So, of all of the Harry Potter movies, this one's probably my favorite. It's a bit of a standalone, and it's darker in theme. There's a couple of scenes that does actually center around Halloween. In the time frame of the movie, we pass by Halloween, so it's sprinkled in there, but it is darker in theme and plot-wise, and it's just kind of spooky. There's some fun moments in it, but the werewolf and the animagus kind of feed into the Halloween, like, spooky thing that it's got going on. Number 8, we have Scream. So, I'm not necessarily a fan of scary movies, unfortunately. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to that kind of thing. I don't watch very many scary movies. I have to be in a certain mood, and I have to be with friends, or else I'm just gonna be like the entire time and I won't sleep. But Scream kind of like borders on scary and comical. It's kind of like a parody, not parody, but it's satirical, where it's kind of like criticizing the tropes and all of that go on in scary movies, especially ones from the earlier decades of film. It critiques stuff like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street and all that kind of stuff. And it's got a great cast. Drew Barrymore's in it, Courtney Cox is in it, and Matthew Lillard's in it. Matthew Lillard actually plays into the next one that I'm going to talk about, number 9. My next scary movie, Halloween movie that I'm going to talk about is ScoobyDoo. So, I'm a bit of a nerd, and I've been watching Scooby-Doo cartoons and the movies, which is what I'm referring to this time, the live-action movie from, I believe it was anywhere between 1999 and 2001 that it came out. But Matthew Lillard plays Shaggy, and this one, not Halloween themed, but still one of my favorites. A lot of people, I don't think it was well received by the masses, especially the second one. The second one was like, no one really liked that one, but I digress. But he plays Shaggy, and the Scooby Gang, after having broken up after a big argument about like roles that they play, they thought that they better like take a break from the whole Mystery Inc. ghost busting, crime solving business, and they go on a break, and then they reconvene to solve a mystery on Spooky Island. And Matthew Lillard as Shaggy and Sarah Michelle Gellar, who is one of my favorite actresses because she played the long-standing role of Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a great show, an honorable mention, I might add, an honorable mention in regards to Halloween-themed things. Although it's a TV show, and we're talking about movies, it's a great show, spooky, and can totally be applied. Any episode can be watched around the Halloween time, around the fall season, and you'll get the vibe. Another honorable mention, since we're mentioning it, a Scooby-Doo film. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost came out in 1999, the year I was born, and it's definitely more Halloween themed. It's definitely around autumn. The Scooby Gang goes to a town called Oakhaven, and they attend sort of like a witchy festival that's kind of filled with reenactors who act as like pilgrims or settlers in Massachusetts at the time. They're churning butter and making candles and stuff like that, and it's haunted by the ghost of a witch who was prosecuted during that time period. Tim Curry's also in that movie. Wow. Crazy. And that's the movie that features the Hex Girls. That's the first appearance that the Hex Girls make in the Scooby-Doo cinematic universe. It's a band of 3 girls, Dusk, Thorn, and Luna, and they're like this female eco-goth rock band. And yeah, it's a great movie. You should watch it. Watch it with your kids too, or just as a regular adult watch it, because why not? I believe we're getting on to number 10 now. As I said before, I don't necessarily watch scary movies, but in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that there's a lot of stuff that goes into a good movie in general, and that's in regard to cinematography and score. And when we think about those things, I think of the movie Us by Jordan Peele. It's got great shots, it's got a score that like has you on the edge of your seat and ready for those jump scares, and it's a really dark and kind of new twist to like a boogeyman situation. Whereas in a lot of these other ones, we're dealing with traditional supernatural creatures like witches and werewolves, but in Us, Peele brings in the notion of like the evil doppelganger, and that's something that scared the ever-loving curse word out of me when I saw it. But because I thought that it was like a great movie that was like shot really well, I kind of like sat through it. Even though I knew what was going to happen, it still like freaked me out. I was sitting like this. I watched it a few times. It's a great movie. Spooky, scary, and fits in great with the Halloween time. So that's it for my list of my top 10 plus favorite spooky movies, spooky themed, Halloween themed movies. You should totally watch all of them, or at least some of them, if not just one of them. And also drop a comment and let me know what your favorite scary movie is, or what your favorite Halloween movie is, so I can watch it and join in on the fun. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a happy Halloween.